Won't you stop and take a little time out with me? Just take 5.
That's S2EP pot. Got 4 faces on. How was y'all Thanksgiving?
It's good. Full of food.
Excellent. All right, so Giddey down. We got a little. We got a quick one. We're about to get into. You know what I'm saying? Nothing too serious. Got some football to talk about, of course. College football, NFL football. A lot of people went out bad over the past week. Hate to see it, honestly. We'll see what we touch on the basketball front. There definitely has been some drama. I'm definitely gonna have to put Jacob up here. You know, he had some words to speak on. Like he had some things he wanted to speak on, possibly address for us. Like did you like expand on that? Expunge on that?
So I just think it's sad. You know how? Actually, no, I can't even do it. I can't
What do you mean? What are you
I can't even do it.
What can't you do? Like,
nah, come on, Giddey. That was messed up, man. I hope the rumors are not true. I'll say that.
They look very true.
I mean, you think they look true because of like what we've seen on social media, but we really don't know. Like, I'm just saying, like that picture could have been taken like 2 years ago.
He's 21.
I'm saying, but we don't know her real age.
Yes, we do. She's in high school.
Who told you that,
dude? Her socials went viral, dude. Look at.
I think she's in high school.
She's in
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, if she is, that's crazy.
I saw that TikTok of her like dancing in front of the lockers.
But I'm saying that could be an old video. Like
but if he smacked her,
I saw a video of them in at like Oklahoma, like in a club at Oklahoma University.
I saw that, but like it doesn't matter. Like I saw that, and the comments were like, "Oh, this video might have saved Giddey's career. Like they might have saved his life." Like then we had to realize, like, well, college towns aren't really checking. Like people are in the bars at 17 in college towns. Like we know this. So she definitely
we definitely know how that goes. You know, that definitely proves nothing. But just the NBA is investigating it, though, is what we have to understand. Yeah. So, like, whatever allegations that came out, you know, there's obviously something behind it that's concerning. Teammates, coach doesn't want to speak on it. You know what I mean? So, like,
I don't know. It's bad, bro.
He didn't even deny it either.
Like, yeah, no comment is crazy.
Yeah, when they asked him about it, like, you might as well just deny. Like, he didn't even say anything. He was just like, no, I'm not talking about it right now. Like, what? Like,
but I mean, what do you mean? What do you mean deny though? Like, oh, I didn't touch that kid. Like, what? Like, if you that's not any better. Like,
anything, honestly, anything but no comment. Like, there's just a lot of room for interpretation around no comment. Like, we're just looking at his character just be torn down day by day as more videos of this child to come out. Like,
yeah, he's got to say something.
Child.
What are you saying? Like, what are you getting on the podium and saying?
Like, I didn't. Maybe like he didn't know. Like he got tricked. Like I don't know.
He didn't know.
Like, I mean, that's
like more than likely he didn't know. Like,
yeah, that's more
realistic. Posing for selfies and shit. Like
that's what I'm saying. That's way more realistic than like no comment. Like,
nah, I heard even like there is this TikTok about the age gap is too much, and this was like one of her friends or something. And it was on the same page as like a Giddey meme. It was there's too much evidence, bro.
Yeah, there has been some old tweets to resurface as well. You know, it's not looking good. It's definitely not looking good for him. You know, we wish the Thunder and them nothing but the best. But like,
that's bad for OKC because like what they're second in the West right now. Like,
I don't think so.
They're top of there, like top half. Yeah,
I think
they're definitely up there. We will see. We'll watchful eye on.
I remember when I made I remember when I made my Giddey take last year. Yeah, I said that was crazy. Like, it really came to fruition.
What Giddey take?
Yeah, what Giddey take?
Remember we were talking about like I was like Jalen Williams is going to be better than Giddey. like he's the superstar on that, the next superstar on that team.
And that was so stupid. Like that was
that wasn't. That was like that's actually real. Like he's actually better than him this year.
No,
who refuted you? Like who disagreed?
A lot of people, like the whole group chat. Yeah, the whole group chat did. I don't remember that.
Nah, I definitely don't remember that, but I don't really.
Okay,
I've never been a Giddey.
No. You were saying that Giddey like shouldn't be an all-star because he's white or something like that.
Come on, man.
Yeah, you said something crazy about like white people aren't.
No. I said that there was I said there was going to be no white all-stars until maybe Giddey. That's what I said.
No, you said there would never be another white all-star or something like that.
That's not. See, here we go. Like
I mean, it's recorded. Like we can pull up the tape.
Here we go. It is recorded. Here we go. Like we're definitely bending. We're bending it right now.
All right.
In a crazy way. Like it's really a 90-degree angle. We broke it. Like it wasn't even a bend before. Like we completely broke it and smashed it. Like no.
All right.
You must be. I mean, well, that's cap anyway. Like Giddey, he's Australian. You know what I mean? Like we have international soups. Like
no.
International all-stars.
We were talking about my statement was actually about white Americans. If actually, now that I remember it,
yeah, that probably was the case. Like
that was, it was. It was like
Giddey wouldn't be it.
Chet, and we brought up Chet. I'm pretty sure, like maybe
Chet's fine.
He's probably the one.
Good. Yeah, it'll be a while.
Definitely. We'll see. We will see. At Take 5, Jew, I'm gonna pass it to you. Got a lot of football to talk about. NFL sliders first, Falcons Saints. It's gonna be a good one. I'll be at work, but what are we thinking about here?
All right. First game I want to talk to y'all about. I want to hear Jacob and Ian's opinion on it. We've got Falcons and Saints tomorrow. NFC South divisional matchup. Whoever takes this game will be the NFC South leader after it. I want to hear y'all's thoughts on it. Desmond Ridder also is coming back to start for the Falcons. And it's been reported that he has the reins of the team for the rest of the year. He'll be the starter for the rest of our season. So what do y'all think about that?
Go, Jacob. I'll go. I think the Saints are a little bit better than y'all. I don't know. Y'all's defense is pretty good. I do like y'all's defense. Y'all's run game's always pretty good. I don't know. Ridder, he has off and on games, so I don't know. You just got to be lucky enough to get one of those on days, and I'll give it to him tomorrow. I think y'all win tomorrow. Because y'all like to win games that don't really matter. So I think y'all come out with
for the divisional lead.
Yeah, what on earth are you talking about?
Okay.
This is like the most important game.
Can't stand this, man. I can't stand it.
But anyway, I think we pull away with it too. I think no matter who's their quarterback, our defense is just that good to help us win games. It makes me so sad though that Ritter's back in because he's really, really bad. Like so
he's very bad.
He is, but he has good games. He has flashes, which should be like a.
I've seen like 2 of those flashes.
He's had like 2 good games all year.
But that's not even. But the thing is, he's having those flashes, and he's not even using like y'all's best weapons, which is a good sign to see. Like it's really.
Apparently, like Arthur Smith is saying, Bijan is getting like 20 touches per game. Finally.
But I meant more like Kyle Pitts and like.
Yeah, him in London, they got to get the ball too. So, I'm excited to see what happens. I have a lot of family who's Saints fans. Like almost half my family is from New Orleans, Saints fans. So it's definitely going to be some hatred going on. I'll fire up a few text messages, but we'll see. Next game we got Texans and Jaguars. We've got a little matchup of CJ Stroud versus Trevor Lawrence tomorrow. Nice little quarterback duel, the young guys. What are y'all thinking?
I don't know. I do like this bandwagon CJ Stroud thing that's going on. I did think he was going to be okay this season. I didn't think he was going to be this good. And I think Tate Bell's having a lot to do with that. And but I do like the Jaguars defense, so I'll say that. But I like the Texans. I think they have a lot of momentum right now in that division.
They're high. Yeah, they're high.
So I'll probably take the Texans.
Okay, Jacob.
You said you got Texans. I'll take Jaguars.
Jags. I saw I saw a recent Twitter post. It was like they were asking like, who would you take right now, Trevor Lawrence or Stroud? And a lot of the people said that they would take Stroud.
I would take Stroud.
Oh my god,
he's a better pocket passer, dude. It's just the fact.
It's just early. I'm saying it's early. It's early to say that. Like Trevor's been to the playoffs already. In the second year, his first real year, I would say, because the Urban Meyer year didn't count because it was just so terrible and dysfunctional.
That's fair. No. Trevor's a very good quarterback. I'm not gonna disrespect him, but he Stroud.
So taking Stroud after 10 games. What is it? 10
look at Stroud's weapons. I'm not gonna say Tank Dell's not 5, but look at Trevor.
I mean, Tank Dell's playing very well. And Nico Collins was good last year.
Nico Collins is good too.
They're not Christian Kirk and they're not Calvin Ridley. And he doesn't have Travis Etienne.
Calvin Ridley might be a proven mid. He might be mid.
Don't try Cal.
I mean, he's not even getting targets for real. So
it's not his fault.
I mean,
they just have a lot of weapons.
He's not open.
It's random. It's random. Don't do that. That boy's always open. Slide Red. That's the name. Slide Red. He always be open. Anyways, moving on to the next game. Browns and Broncos. The Broncos, I'm pretty sure, have the longest win streak in the league right now, which is major after how bad they started. Okay, calm down.
Yeah, Russ.
Calm down. But anyways, the Browns top 2 to 3 defense in the NFL, but they do have GTR at quarterback in his third start. So obviously that'll be interesting. What are y'all feeling about this one?
I think I like the Browns in this one. DTR, he surprised me a little. He did better than I thought he would. He got that game-winning drive against the Steelers. So he played well. I think the Broncos are a little bit overrated right now. Their defense has been playing well, but I think their offense is a little bit stagnant. But I don't know. I'll take the Browns.
That boy Cortland Sutton, the wide receiver number 1, been trying to tell y'all.
I mean, he just be getting lucky touchdowns.
That's not lucky, bro. He dunked on someone for a game winner. That wasn't lucky.
Russ be throwing it up. But I'll take the Browns though, just because they have a little bit better defense.
I'll take the Broncos.
Then we've got
the Browns without Deshaun. They're already mid with Deshaun.
They win games.
I mean,
they were winning, but it didn't look pretty. I don't know. I feel like the Broncos are going to win this one. Just they have so much momentum going right now. I think they're 4 in a row, maybe 5. I don't know. I think 4.
And I can't bet against Danger Russ.
Facts.
No, they're hot. I think the Browns defense
Broncos take
a little bit too much.
Okay. At some point, we got to rewind to my take that Russ is top 5.
On everything, Russ is not top 5.
In the AFC?
No, on everything, he's not top 5 in the AFC either. The AFC is smoke, bro. Stop. And that was before Rodgers got hurt too, which is crazy. Even after the Rodgers injury, no. Allen, Mahomes, Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, Aaron Rodgers.
No.
There's already 6.
Lamar Jackson.
All right. Next game.
Okay, next game. Bills versus Eagles. Huge game for the Bills. Obviously, they've been kind of sliding this last 4 or 5 game stretch. I'm excited to see what they do this week. Obviously, they have the Eagles, who are the hottest team in the league. What are y'all? 8-1, 9-1, 9-1. Yeah, 9-1. So that's definitely the best record in the league. But it hasn't looked pretty, in my opinion, from the Eagles. I feel like they've yet to play their best game, which is kind of scary. But also, Jalen Hurts, he's having some turnover issues this year, which I don't know how you feel about that, Ian, but I think that's a cause for concern because he didn't really have that as much last year, especially interceptions-wise. So I don't know. I'm interested in this game. Who do y'all think is going to take this one?
I think the Bills will dog walk.
The Bills are dog walking it?
Yeah.
Dog walking?
Yeah, they're walking their dog down the sidewalk, and they're not picking up.
In this stadium? In this stadium right here? That one?
The link?
The link?
The link is
The link is nothing.
Nah, see, Jacob's a little bit delusional, so this is a big primetime game in the link. It's going to be insanely loud, okay? in the Kelly Green uniforms. You think we're losing the Kelly Green uniforms?
We're talking uniforms now.
First of all, we're not losing those. Second of all, Julian talks about Jalen Hurts interceptions. Like half of those are like tip balls or like.
That's not true.
It is true. And you
I've been watching.
I've been watching. Winston. You be saying that with Jameis Winston. So like
Jameis Winston. I was talking about his 30-30 season. Yeah, a lot of those weren't his fault.
See, but anyways, okay. But that's what I'm trying to say. A lot of them are not his fault in my opinion. But the third point, I think their defense is hurting a little. So I think our offense should have a good game. I felt like our last few games we've had pretty good offensive games. It's just
turnovers.
Time of possession and turnovers have been a little bit of a problem, but our defense I feel has been stepping up the last few weeks. So I really don't see us losing this game, and I don't really think it's going to be particularly close.
And Swift looks good. These last few weeks. Your run block is getting a little bit better, like kind of back what it's been in the last few years. So I'm interested to see what he does tomorrow. I need him to play well for my fantasy team also. No cap. But last game on our NFL slate. Who do I have? I think the Eagles are going to win. I don't think the Bills are that good this year.
Morgan?
I mean, Josh Allen, obviously, he's super turnover prone. Like I don't know why there hasn't been narratives around that. I feel like that's not getting enough media attention because, we piled on Dak Prescott last year. He sucks. Dak's not a franchise guy. They need a new quarterback for leading the league in picks. And now, the golden boy Josh Allen's doing it. No one's talking about it. I don't get it. I don't.
No, yes, you do. Josh Allen's feeling is way, way higher.
It is.
And we've seen it.
I agree. But right now, you got to think Dak Prescott's leading the league in touchdowns.
But what does that matter? He has what is their record? 7-3, 8-3?
Or something in 3. Yeah, they're playing well.
But I mean, it's always with the Cowboys when it matters. Like they're always gonna, beat on the bad teams. But when it matters,
I guess we'll see these next few weeks, like what Dak Prescott does. Even in the games, they've lost this year, Dak Prescott played well. Like the Eagles game, like he had a very good game.
Not well.
That was just a game of
inches. Can I just add a quick wrinkle?
Yeah.
Can I just add something really quick to this conversation? And I don't know if you remember, but 5 weeks ago, I believe it was probably 5 weeks ago, we sat here, we got on the pod, and we talked about how the Eagles are the best team in football right now. Okay. And Julia had his saying comments about, the wins wasn't pretty, but they still got it done, etc. All right. I say all that to say, can we go ahead and announce that the Chiefs are not going back? Can we go ahead and say that?
Can we go ahead and say
Super Bowl? No, we cannot say that.
The Chiefs outplay.
Never be able to
do that. Dude, the Chiefs can outplay a team literally by coaching and by Patrick Mahomes and their defense. And their defense is very good this year.
Can they really?
They've done it multiple times.
So that's sustainable.
Yes.
We still have that take about the Chiefs
for multiple years.
Yes. Bro, This is what happens every year with the Chiefs, but it's
literally every year.
Like the Chiefs have like a good offense and a bad defense until we get to the playoffs, and the defense turns up in the playoffs, and then they're very hard to stop. Now their defense has been lit all year. Like this is the best defense that Patrick Mahomes has had, at least regular season wise. If they continue this in the playoffs, they're going to be a tough out. That defense is going to travel, and they're going to have home games in the playoffs, and they don't lose those. They haven't lost. They lost once to Tom Brady. I think they lost to who? Burrow?
Randomly? They don't even have to play Burrow this year.
Yeah, they lost to Joe Burrow, and that was kind of fluky. Like that was Patrick Mahomes' worst performance maybe ever in the playoffs.
He was locked though. I'm not even gonna lie.
I mean, yeah, but anyways,
so you're
last
not
game
talk about that Chiefs-Eagles matchup that we just saw. We're not.
I mean, that was one regular season game.
Yeah, like what about it?
It's just a regular. Oh, okay. And it was just a regular season.
I mean, the Chiefs, they didn't pull out their best stuff for a regular season.
For sure. Okay.
I think that was their best stuff, but
no, it wasn't, bro.
I don't know if that's gonna. I don't think a repeat of that game happens in the playoffs. Is all
definitely not.
Like that's a tough. I don't know. That's tough. That was at where was that at?
Arrowhead.
Was that an Arrowhead?
Arrowhead.
Yeah, it was.
They've lost multiple games at Arrowhead now.
Yeah, this year. But I mean, we'll see. That doesn't happen in the playoffs. I expect Patrick Mahomes to play better than he has played. I mean, I don't know. I'm betting if I'm going to bet on any quarterback, I'll bet on him to get it right, especially with a few more games of practice before they get there. Like, they'll be fine.
Yeah, all he needs is Kelsey, honestly, and one receiver to step up. I feel like that's all he needs.
All he needs is Kelsey. Wow. I hope y'all. I only
you need Kelsey and two possibles.
The faith y'all have in these men. I really
do.
Bro, you need Kelsey and two possibles. One other guy has to play well. Two guys have to be capable of playing well. We'll see who those two guys are. I don't know who they are, but I don't know. Like,
I don't either.
We have to see it. I mean, you got to think they're MVS. They're a Valdez Scantling. Easy bread back, not easy, but very catchable pass away from winning that game. Or I think they would have won that game if he caught that ball.
They got to start feeding Rashad White.
Anyway. You mean Rasheed? Oh, I don't know.
I mean Rasheed Rice.
Rice. Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's actually low-key tough, and I feel like he's going to keep getting better.
He definitely will. He's a rookie.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Strong.
But yeah, MVS is not the answer. I mean, I felt McCall Harmon's going to keep playing more. Because he has pretty good chemistry built up with Patrick Mahomes, but he just got signed because I think he got cut or traded from the Jets. So he just got there like 2 weeks ago. So he's gonna go back and play more. Valdez Scantling, he'll probably, I don't know, after that one, it may be a clip for him. Like we're gonna see Rice, we're gonna see who's the white guy?
Watson.
Watson. He's tough. Watson's tough.
He's nice.
And and obviously Travis Kelce, we know why are you laughing? We know what Travis Kelce's gonna do. And yeah, Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, they'll be fine. Anyways, last game, Ravens and Chargers. Low key, this may be the last game of Brandon Staley's coaching tenure for the Chargers. Like, if they lose this game, it might be time to get him out. I don't know if y'all saw the post-game interview of him last week, but the reporter tried him after the game, and he was pissed. Like, he was not going for it. He was like, I forget what he said, but he went off on the reporter. And that's how you know, like, things are just getting a little bit tense over there. So this is a must-win for them. And it's tough because he has one of the best quarterbacks in the league, in my opinion, and they have had no real success. Like, what did they have them in the playoffs?
They have one of the best offenses in the league.
They blew a 30-point lead in the playoffs, right? To the Jaguars.
Was that the playoffs, or was that the week before the playoffs?
I think that was a wild card.
Yeah, 27.
That's a wild card. Jeez, that's So yeah,
terrible.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was.
I don't know how we didn't get fired after that. How do you not get fired after?
I would have fired.
I mean, they invested a lot in him. Like, they just brought him in 3 years ago, I think. So
I don't care.
I feel him, but this is probably it for him. Not gonna lie, but sadly, it's coming against a team who's just rolling. Like, Lamar Jackson is special. Despite what Jacob may tell you, he's playing.
Never say otherwise.
Okay, he's probably playing the best football of his career right now, in my opinion. Even better than that unanimous MVP season. I truly believe that, because he's throwing the football. Like, he's not even really running. Like, he's running when he needs to, but they're not calling very many quarterback design runs for him, which is really serious for y'all in the playoffs. Like, if they open it up and start running him in the playoffs, like, they're keeping him healthy, I feel like, now. But if they let him loose in the playoffs, like, how are you going to stop that team? How are you going to stop it? Gus is running well. He's the most touchdowns in the league, I think, maybe behind McCaffrey, if anyone. That rookie Keaton Mitchell, he's starting to get carries. That boy is nice, especially in space. All those receivers are getting healthy. Odell Beckham, he looked good the last few weeks. Of course. Odell's looked good these last few weeks. Don't do that. If Odell gets, like,
he's been all right.
He's gonna get
gets back these last few weeks, I'm saying, like, I think he's still getting healthy. Like,
he's still washed.
I mean, you can be washed. You can be washed, but still be a good player.
He's not
like, they don't need Odell to be Giants Odell.
You said he's not washed.
He's not the same Odell, but he's not washed.
He is washed.
He's washed.
I don't know if he's washed. Like, that, he didn't look washed in the last game.
He had 100 yards.
Yeah,
he did look washed. Like, he wasn't actually even getting like separation. He was just making good catches.
What does that even mean?
He separated.
George Pickens doesn't get separation. What does that mean?
What?
Interesting.
That's a stat. Like this, he gets the least separation in the league.
Interesting.
I mean,
Bro,
he's not a separation
George Pickens
receiver. He's
gets
like
separation.
6'4". He's like 6'4", so he doesn't really need to get as many. He doesn't need to get as much separation.
What about the absence of Mark Andrews? Because obviously Odell got some more targets in there, once he went down. I also want to bring up the Eagles. They're missing Goddard as well. That showed during that Chiefs game that y'all, that was a regular season game or whatever. But what about Mark Andrews?
That one hurts. They were saying he has an outside chance of coming back this season. I don't think he will, but that one hurts.
No, I think they'll make it far enough to where he probably possibly could. Like, is it a small chance he could play like half the snaps or something? That probably wouldn't be until like the conference championships or like the division playoffs. But,
yeah, they definitely need the bye.
Yeah, they do.
Like they need that first round bye, and they need home field advantage. Like that would be major for them if they can get home field throughout. And I think are they first or second in the AFC right now? I think the Dolphins are with them. Like something in 8-3. So
the Dolphins are about to get exposed badly.
These next few weeks, you mean?
No, in the playoffs.
Yeah. Just for ACL, he's their best or his second best defensive player.
Yeah, it sucks. It's a Miami guy. I'm kind of sad for him, but I don't know. It's that MetLife. They need to change that turf in MetLife because a bunch of players are tearing their Achilles and ACLs on that field. So they've got to do something.
Did y'all see that video?
Phillips, I didn't want to watch it. I did. I was watching the game.
His Achilles like go up his leg. It was gross.
Yeah, I'm not trying to watch that, John. But I feel like they've got to change it. Like they just lost their 40-year-old quarterback to that same injury. Like you've got to do something. That's all I got. Okay.
Let's get into college.
College football today.
These are all the games that matter. I'm actually proud of you.
Yeah, these are. Okay. It's a huge day in college football today. I know Jacob's late. Two of his favorite teams are on this picture right here. Let's go to one of those first. I want to talk to you about Florida versus Florida State, versus the University of Florida, going down to the Swamp today. How are we feeling?
I mean, I'm not even looking at this game from a biased perspective because I really don't even care if they win or lose. But Florida State is going to lose this game. Like, they just are because Florida State has looked mid all year already with Travis. I don't see him pulling it off in the Swamp with the brand new quarterback.
You think they've looked mid all year?
I do think that.
They're 12-0.
The one game they looked good was against LSU, and that was the first game of the season. They looked like they were unstoppable, and it's been a stable fall off ever since.
They smashed them.
I know.
They played a Clemson team.
Barely won.
They played us, and they did barely beat us as well with the backup quarterback. That is true. But, winning is what matters in college football, and they are 12-0. So.
I mean, you can't deny they're undefeated, so they deserve the number 5 for now.
We'll see what happens tonight. I think they're gonna roll, especially after I don't know. That was just a very unfortunate injury. Like that's like the heart and soul of their team. You went down the second to last game. So yeah, we'll see. Next game, I'd say the biggest game of the day. In a few minutes, what is this? 30 minutes, yeah. We've got Ohio State traveling to the big house in Ann Arbor. There's a lot of hate running through that stadium right now. Like, there's a lot of hate going on, and I love that. Like, that's what college football is about. This week right here, when teams really hate each other, they want to kill their opponent and step on them. That's the type of football that I like. True. But what do you think about that one, Jacob?
I don't know. This one is like flip a coin, really. I do like what I've seen from Ohio State's defense all year. So if I was leaning one way, I guess I'd say Ohio State. And I just want Michigan to lose because they're cheaters. But
See,
I don't know.
me, I have the opposite opinion. I think both teams haven't played anyone that great all year. So
True.
you don't have a real, like, I don't really know what to expect in this game. Like, we've seen Ohio State play a few solid teams, and they played pretty well, but their offense has looked bad. Michigan hasn't played anyone all year, so I have no clue. But they seem to have brought most of their players back from last year's team, who was a good team, and they smashed Ohio State. So I think Michigan's going to win. Number one, like they're going to rally around Harbaugh. Like there's been a lot of speculation about like the Stallions, the Connor Stallion stuff, and everything going on with that. So I think they're going to rally around their coach and play for him. And I feel like they'll win like at home. I do think they'll take that game.
I can see it.
Morgan, you have any comment?
Nah, no comment about this one. I
Any
might
comment,
tune
Ian?
in. We'll see. Yeah,
No
no,
comment?
I understand this is a big rivalry in football.
That's a huge game.
This is the biggest game of the year, probably.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
understand. I understand.
Whoever wins this game will go to the playoff, barring a random loss next week in the conference championship. Nobody will expect that though. Like this should be like a lock for your playoff.
Who would
And if you
Ohio
lose-
State play?
Huh?
Who would they play?
I think it's Iowa. I think
You think Ohio State would be out of the playoff picture if they lose?
if you lose, you're out
Yeah,
this
definitely.
year. Because look, it goes.
What if
I think it goes all the way down with 1-loss teams to 9 or 10. Like number 10 is 1 loss, I think, this year, which is crazy. Like Oregon's 1 loss, and they have to go play Washington next week in the Pac-12 championship. Washington's no loss. If they lose to Oregon, like I don't know how you can put them above. I don't know how you can put a 1-loss Michigan or Ohio State above them. Like I win it in my opinion. Alabama's 1 loss. Texas is 1 loss. Georgia, if they lose to Alabama, they'll be 1 loss.
Who did Texas lose to? Oregon?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Texas lost to Oklahoma. Bama lost to Texas. Oregon lost to Washington. They get a rematch this next week. Like it's just sticky. It's too sticky this year. If you lose this game, you're probably out.
What are they expanding the playoffs to next year? Is it 8?
12.
I don't think they are. Are they?
Yeah, no. They're supposed to be like it was supposed to be this next season is when they're implementing the 12 team playoff. But they said something like, they said some stuff like that. But they didn't say that it's not happening. They just didn't say it was happening. So we have to see. But yeah, I mean, I'm hoping for that because this would be a good year for it because I really don't know if there is a best 4 teams in college football right now. Like I have no clue. Like, if Alabama doesn't get in, how can I say they're not a top 4 team? Like they lost to Texas by 10 or maybe less than 10 in the first week of the season. Yeah, that was the first week.
That's not a top 4 team. I can confidently declare that right now.
So if they smack, what happens if they smack Georgia next week?
Then they're a top 4 team, but we're in fantasy.
This is the same team. What? How can we say that?
Because that's not going to happen.
It won't?
No, of course not.
Why? Yeah.
Because Georgia is 4 times the team Alabama is right now.
They haven't played the schedule that they have. That's all I'm saying. They haven't played close to the schedule that they have. It's not been close. You think if Georgia hadn't had a Texas team roll into Athens first 2 weeks of the season, they wouldn't have been tested?
In Athens, they would have won.
The first 2 weeks of the season.
Yes.
You saw how they were looking the first 2 weeks?
Yes.
Spencer Rattler and 4 backup offensive linemen took them to the edge. Spencer Rattler and 4 backup South Carolina offensive linemen took them to the end of that game. Mind you, that South Carolina team was 1 week off of getting slapped by North Carolina and Drake May.
Bro, Spencer Rattler is nice.
Bro, they just got 30 ball by North Carolina the week before, and then they went to Athens and gave them a game.
Bro, I don't care. I don't care about any of that.
Hey, we'll see.
Especially after, you know what? This is a perfect segue into the next game. Let's go ahead and get into the next game.
Wait. Yeah, let's get into it, actually. I told y'all about my boy Milroe at the beginning of the year. There was a lot of hate going on about Jalen Milroe. I heard he was not a good quarterback. He's a running back. You know, the usual narrative.
This is all true.
A guy like
he was, though.
No, that's not true. Ian was.
Bro,
Ian
he
was
lost in the
building.
Texas game, bro.
Exactly. Ian was in the building with me when we were watching the Texas game, and they were talking crazy, weren't they?
Dude, I mean, it was warranted.
It was. But I said, you got to give him time. You got to give a guy like that time. He needs to develop his game.
Yeah.
That was only his third or fourth start, and he had to go play Texas in the first 3 weeks of the season. That's major. That's major. But now look at him. That boy is going crazy. Next year, he's my front runner for Heisman. Him. It depends on who's coming back. It depends on who's coming back. But if the guys who are supposed to leave, I think that he should be in the driver's seat for Heisman, like no cap, even over Shedeur Sanders, all those guys. But
what about this game though? Like, why is this game significant? Somebody explain.
Because this Iron Bowl game is significant because they have to go to Auburn. Auburn sucks this year. I don't know how to sugarcoat it. Auburn is terrible, but it doesn't matter because this is a rivalry game. Anytime you have to go into Auburn as an Alabama team, you can lose. Like I think they're 4-4 actually. Like Nick Saban is 4-4 and going to Auburn. That's crazy. Nick Saban's
and we've been ranked like twice.
Yeah, he's not 4-4 versus anyone. So this is a coin flip game. We'll see what happens. Jacob's probably going to say that Auburn's going to win. Not me. Alabama will.
I won't even say that.
Alabama will roll today. 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns. Jalen Milroe is going to go crazy. I put my money on him. No cap. He's going to go crazy.
I mean, I put my money on it too, but you know what? I'm going to say exactly what you said, which is it's a coin toss. It's a 50-50. 2 years ago, an unranked Auburn put it on their face.
Cool. But it was with like I think it was a Mac Jones led team.
It was Mac Jones. He's a starter in the NFL now.
Yeah, but it was a Mac Jones led team when he was a backup though. It was the year before he was a real starter.
What does that mean? He's still a starter in the NFL.
Mac Jones is mid. Mac Jones is the mid ski. I told y'all that. Mac Jones is mid. Mac Jones is mid pack. I told y'all. Hey, I told y'all Mac Jones.
And who else was on that Bama team? Go ahead.
A lot of players. I'm just saying they had a quarterback who wasn't really like that.
And name a player on that Auburn team to beat them besides Bo Nix.
There's a lot of players on the Auburn team.
You can't.
What do you mean?
It was willpower and determination.
That boy Shivers who ran him over and knocked his helmet.
That was disgusting. Oh my god.
That was crazy. But anyways, Alabama will roll today. The Tide will roll, as they say. And they're gonna roll next week in Atlanta too. I'll go ahead and let y'all know right now.
Bro, we can put any amount of money.
The Tide will roll next week in Atlanta. I'm letting y'all know right now. Shout out to the Bulldog fans. I may pull up to the game.
If you pull up to the game, I will.
All right, let's pull up.
All right.
Could get very weird. That's 8-5, man. Y'all got anything else?
Not really. I want to shout out the young Woodward boys though. I saw them. They went to the semifinals last night. They beat a 12-0 team to go to the semis, which is crazy. So
who did?
Those boys. They played at Gainesville, like up in North Georgia last week or yesterday. I don't know if their next game's at home, but it's semifinals either way, which is crazy. So shout out to them.
That's 8-5. We will catch y'all next week.